It's almost time again for the popular Downtown Neighborhood Association's Farmers Market as we get all the details from Sarah Michaels. The open Elgin event on Saturday, April 29th took us to the Elgin Armory. We talk with Sherry Blazier of the Elgin Public Museum about summer events. Mayor David Captain in this segment talks to Nora Bertram, who was just named the city's water director. For this segment here in Elgin Today, the month of May, Sarah Michaels, we're close to summer. What does that mean to you?
The Downtown Elgin Farmers Market is right around the corner.
And speaking right around the corner, you've got a new location this year, is that right?
Yes, we do. We are excited. This year we're going to try out Riverside Drive Promenade since the beautification of 40 DuPage and DuPage Court is happening. So we've been wanting to try it out, and we had the opportunity, so we took it.
And ironically, we're here. We're here on a semi-warm day to preview this summer. You were so successful last year. 20,000 folks would see the market, and it was great every week, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. We were blessed last year. This year we're going to do the same thing. It's going to be on the river drive.
Oh, it's a beautiful location.
A beautiful location. We have about the same amount of vendors that we had last year. We're working towards more. We have Ascension back as our presenting sponsor.
Wonderful.
And we are going to be bringing back food trucks and live music First Fridays on June 2nd, July 7th, and August 4th, where the market's going to be open from 3 to 8 p.m. And then the rest of the Saturdays will be open from 3 to 7 p.m. And then new this year, we are bringing...
Tell me.
The kids activity area.
Oh, that's my department. you know that.
Yes, so this year we had a lot of responses in our survey that said that they wanted a kids activity for the kids to be able to play and do something fun. So this year we're going to be having that over at that
right down the street
umbrella over there, and it's close to Festival Park too. So once they're done, they can go head over to Festival Park, and the splash pad will be open by then as well too. So for those really hot days. So we're going to be having scavenger hunts. We're going to be doing crafts and arts with them. We're going to be doing like story times with them and everything else too. So that way they can enjoy their time here as well.
And sometimes I have a sponsor for the week, don't you?
Yes, we do. So
the first week you've got one, don't you?
Yeah, the first week it's Ascension because they're our presenting sponsor. So they're going to be doing like a little talk about what they do on that day. And then we're going to be doing a grand opening, ribbon cutting, things like that, like we did last year.
Things like the Foxtrot have a week, don't they?
Yeah, the Foxtrot is going to be there on June 2nd as well. So people can pick up their running packs and their anything like that. So they can get their groceries, they can pick up their running packs, and then they can go and run the next day.
Wow. You really are a community farmers market. There's no question about that. You have like 50 different folks?
Yes, about 50 this year. We're looking for even more, but it's May, so people are probably going to start trickling in a lot now. And so we are having the sponsors, we have the community partners, we have food trucks that are going to be here more this year. And then we also have the live music. We have a drum circle. We have a lot going on this year. And also this year we were granted the experimental stations link up grant this year. So we had that last year and it was continued on to this year. So that means if you are a link user, you come to the info booth, you swipe your card, you get the tokens, and then you also will get vouchers that you can use specifically on fresh fruits and vegetables. So that is just an add-on program that we are going to be using this year to help bridge the food insecurity gap, and it is a great program.
20 and Link gets you.
20 and
Link gets you 40.
Whoa! Well, I'm there on day one. Your DNA site would also give us information about the event.
Yes, correct. Yes, it does. The Downtown Neighborhood Association of Elgin.com.
And opening day would be June 2nd, as you mentioned. We go all the way to October 13th.
Yes.
This is so exciting. I know it's a chilly day here, but we'll be warm this summer, won't we?
Yes, we are so excited for the warmth.
And congratulations on a great year last year. You must be awfully proud and get great feedback, don't you?
Yeah, it's so fun. We met so many great people, so many great vendors, so many great community partners and sponsors. We're just excited to have it happen again this year.
And our crew attended every one. I think we get a ribbon this year, don't we?
Yeah, sure. We can throw one on.
All right. Sarah Michaels, the great Downtown Farmers Market. That's wonderful. And we're right here at Riverside Drive this year.
Riverside Drive. We'll see you then.
All right. Take care. Our next segment here on the May edition of Elgin Today, we're at Elgin Public Museum. You got some big things for us this summer, don't you?
We absolutely do. We have more than we probably have time for in this segment, so you're going to really make me talk fast this time.
Quick talking Sherry Blazer will tell us.
Well, we have at the end of May, once Memorial Day comes, that's when we have our museum open 2 extra days a week.
Great.
So instead of just Saturday and Sunday 12 to 4, we also add Thursdays and Fridays. And that's if you can find us here, because we are over at the zoo so much in the summertime. We do so many programs over in Lord's Park Zoo. Bison.
They're everywhere, aren't they?
They're everywhere. And also we have Paws. Marge Fox used to do Paws on the Porch.
Yeah.
Of course, she passed away this past winter. And so Judy Hayner, our board president, is taking that up and doing Nature in Your Neighborhood, which will be kind of similar. That's a story time for younger kids. Adventures in the Zoo continues, which is a little drop-in program for kids of all ages. And then on many a Saturday, there's Uncaged in the Zoo, which features live animal presenters, some really great stuff. We kick off on June 3rd with JG's Reptile Roadshow. Always,
We see turtles? Turtles?
Yeah, he usually has a tortoise, and he has a lot of snakes and weird things. And then some of our favorites are returning, like Xena the Sloth will make an appearance. And also, we have somebody new this year, Incredible Bats. So we will have a bat program, live bats here.
Really? Was that demanded by folks? See the bats fly.
It sounded like a good deal to me. I'd like to see them. And so these are all programs that are over inside the zoo. Just watch our Facebook page, sponsored for us by Friends of Lord's Park Zoo. And anything that takes place in the zoo, totally free. So it's a great opportunity to take the family and enjoy something unusual.
A summer, the whole family and a summer of bats. This is the place to be. Congratulations. The museum's never been in better shape. You've done a great job.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Director Sherry.
Oh,
Director Sherry with that. Oh, I thought I saw a bat. Stay low.
no, I hope not.
All right, that's our summer look right here. Thanks for being aboard. One of our favorite places we hardly ever been at. We are right here at the Elgin Armory, and you are John Yeager. You're in charge here, aren't you?
I am, sir.
I like that spirit. You've got a great crowd early, isn't this something?
It is. It's more people than I've seen here in a while.
Well, this is so fascinating. A lot of folks haven't seen it, but folks are coming in and says, I was here 30 years ago, 50 years ago. It's got to be exciting to have this group on Open Elgin coming to see you.
It is. We're glad that you guys can come in and see the wonderful armory that it is.
We're in the big what drilling's done in here. It looks like a gymnasium floor, because it is. Mm-hmm. And volleyball folks are often here, but you train here every weekend, do you not, folks?
Once a month.
Once a month.
We have our soldiers report and come in.
They come in from
training.
all over?
All over Illinois, even from out of state.
That's wonderful. So that's very active with that. We're so proud of your efforts. Now, as we look at this, and the crowd's really enjoying it, how long have you been associated with the military?
I've been in 26 years.
Whoa, you're not that old. You are a class of 97 Larkin, aren't you?
I am.
And you're proud of that.
Yes.
Yeah, I thought you might. Well, Larkin, now, along about the year 2000, you were thinking of leaving the Army, is that right?
That is correct.
Tell us what happened then.
So in 2000, when I was getting ready to transition off of active duty,
And you were in Korea.
I was in Korea, and I was approached by the Reserve Component Retention Officer, and I told him if he could find an infantry unit in my hometown, I would sign his papers, completely not knowing that there was a unit in the Armory, even though I had lived here my entire life.
So you were home and didn't know it.
Yes.
That's great. More Open Elgin fun. We're at the Armory still. Kathy,
Hello.
You're delighted with the Armory, aren't you?
I'm glad to be here. This is an awesome opportunity for an Elgin resident to check out buildings in her hometown.
You don't get a chance to see this building often, do you?
I do not at all. This is my first time here at the Elgin Armory, and I'm really taking it all in.
It's expansive, isn't it?
It sure is. I love the outside of the building. It looks really cool. I heard it was like Art Deco, and I love that style.
Yeah, that's great. It's great to see it up close and personal, isn't it?
It is fantastic. I can't wait to check out more buildings here in Elgin today.
We got inside the fence, so we were really seeing the deco look.
Oh, totally. Like you're behind the scenes here. You get a chance to really see everything.
Well, we're so delighted. You're so enthused with this adventure, Open Elgin. And how many more places are you going to visit today?
I feel like I'm just going to keep going until I need to stop.
Till she drops.
Yes.
Kathy will go till she drops. Open. Yeah. What's next on your dossier?
We think we're going to go to one of the churches that is open.
All right. We can't go. Wherever you go, it's going to be great. We appreciate that. And it's so great to see. Have you ever been in here before?
No, never before.
Oh,
First
well,
time.
How about this big gymnasium type venue?
I didn't
here?
even know it was here. Look at this. It's here, and now I'm seeing it for the first time.
We're going to sign you up for service, okay? It's the month of May, and we talk our segment with Mayor David Captain. Congratulations on your recent victory, Mayor.
Thank you, Jeff, and I look forward to another 4-year term, and you and I and Jeremy can start planning our programs for the mayor's segment.
We're always well ahead of schedule.
We're always way ahead of schedule.
You've got a new person for us this time.
We do, and I'm going to introduce a new, she's not a new city employee, but she's new to the directorship of our water department. Nora Bertram's been with the city for a period of time, and April 1st she was appointed the director of the water department. So she's taken on some responsibility, and maybe Nora can give us a little background on herself and what she's planning here in the city of Elgin and her plans for the water department.
Congratulations, Nora. The first month has been exciting, hasn't it?
It has. Thank you very much.
And we got some big things planned for this year, so tell us a little bit about your background.
My background, so I've been with the city for 8 years. I'm a professional engineer by training. I have my master's degree in engineering, and I was a consultant for about 12 years before starting with the city.
Wonderful. So, well, she's really a seasoned veteran, isn't she?
She is, and it's not like she's new to the job, but she's not new to the profession. And we're looking forward to that. We have some. She's stepping into a position that is going to have some challenges, and the people we've been discussing for a long time now about the lead service lines and lead issue in the city of Elgin. And I'd like to start out, and we'll start with the real basic part and ask Nora, why is lead a problem for people, and why is it a problem for Elgin?
All right, Nora.
So lead was a construction material used in water plumbing, usually private water plumbing, up until about the 1980s. And what happens is the city of Elgin water doesn't have any lead in it, but as it comes into contact with that plumbing material, sometimes some of the material corrodes into the water, and then you could perhaps drink some of it. And there's a lot of health risks associated with lead, particularly for young children and pregnant women. It gets into your body and it can harm your development, and that is our concern.
Well, when they used lead initially, it was good for 100 years, wasn't it? So it seemed like the thing to do.
It did seem like the thing to do, yeah.
Do we go to copper now?
We are doing all copper now.
Can you tell us, Mayor, we probably want to know what neighborhoods are going to be affected this second year, is that right?
Yeah, then I think there's a plan here to start moving forward. We've been in the past, the city's been replacing our portion, which was up to the Buffalo box and the shutoff for on the public side. But now the state and the feds have mandated that we go all the way up to the house, to the meter on the private property, and that creates a problem for us because costs go way up. We used to do when we did streets and street repairs, sidewalks and rebuilds, that we'd automatically do our portion, but now it's becoming more of it's a mandated issue for us. And it's not an option. It's just a matter of how fast we get to it and what our plans are to do this. And I think that we started back when we redid Chicago Street and resurfaced Chicago Street. And that's where the problem really manifested itself. And the Department of Public Health came out and said it was going to stop the project because of the lead service lines, and they wanted to try to resolve that. And I don't think they had a really good handle on what to do at that time, but they just said, let's stop and take a breath here and see what's happened. So that really began the process a few years ago, and now we're getting into it, and the city council's expended money and millions of dollars to do this. We took part of our COVID relief funds, $13 million, and put back into lead service line replacements, but this project is going to be much more expensive. But it's going to take, I want Nora to explain, this is not just going to be as simple as going taking the piping out. We needed to look at some short-term responses as well. For example, we need to, until we can get to every service line, we have to have some remediation. And Nora can talk about that program that's going out this
All right, Nora, take over.
So until we're able to replace all the lead service lines in the city, which is quite an undertaking, we are committed to providing any resident in a home, resident or business renter, in a home that was constructed before 1988, they can request a test kit from the city so they can get an idea of how much lead is actually in their water, and they can also request a free filter kit from the city. You can go to our website and there's a form that you fill out and it will tell you if you're eligible, as I said, if your home was built before 1988, and then you can request either the test kit, the filter kit, or both, and that'll be mailed directly to your house.
The house I know was built before 1888, Mayor.
Yeah, some of them are very.
We go way back.
Yeah, and some, and again, that creates another issue. Some of the really older homes, they may have lead connections inside their house, and that would be that's the homeowner's issue, and they have to think about that if that's something that they want to replace or have taken a look at. But now's the time to talk about it, and now's the time to think about it. And this project's going to take us a number of years to accomplish. The estimated cost for us to replace all the lead service lines is almost $125 million. Wow. So it's going to be partly public funds from, we're getting grants and using some money as we find it. EPA has offered some funds, but we're going to have a long-term plan on how this is going to be paid for.
Did we do any houses last year? I thought we did. We did not? This is the first year?
We've done, we've done, oh yeah, we've been doing them off and on, yeah.
So you have a bit of a history.
Right, exactly. And we have a couple of contractors that have been doing work for us for the last couple of years to replace these.
Homeowner would have to be open there and open the door, let them in the basement. Is that right?
Right. So the contractor, the homeowner or the homes that are in the areas have received mailings from us. What they'll do is they'll sign a form that says they will agree to allow the contractor into their house. The contractor will contact the homeowner and schedule that time. The homeowner or some representative does need to be present. The contractor will then come in and do a home assessment to see where your service line enters, what your meter situation looks like, look at all that, and then they will schedule with you the time when they're going to come and replace that service line. So then you will need to be home for that replacement.
And they must get into the basement.
Yeah, the basement is normally where the meter is. Yep.
All right. Mayor?
And there is some interruption. You know, when they have to do that, you obviously are not going to have water for a period of time. But we're sending out filters and the test kits. They're pretty user-friendly. The instructions are there for everybody. But we recommend, and again, this is my recommendation, if you have children or you're pregnant, now is the time that you should be applying for that and put up a red flag on your application that you have a special need, and those people should be taken care of as quickly as we can.
So they could probably contact you, could they not?
Sure. If they have any questions, they can definitely call 311, and 311 can direct them appropriately.
All right. How many city blocks will we be looking at this year?
This year, we're undertaking quite a bit. We have 3 different projects. City block-wise, I'm not exactly sure the extent of it, but it is the majority is over on the east side, and then we do have a small neighborhood on the west side.
I know they will look at Jefferson Avenue.
Yes, yeah. And there are going to be, and want to make sure that this is not just a city of Elgin problem. The city of Chicago has a problem. I just saw that Waukegan is raising some issues as well. Any older community has this type of issue, and they're all going to be under the same mandate that these have to be replaced.
They're going to see some interesting older basements in some of the east side.
They are, for sure.
I have one that I'll say that older and interesting.
Yes, for sure. Yep.
All right, we're down to 2 minutes. Mayor, welcome to your new job. All right.
Thank you.
Good luck with that. You, young man, congratulations, another 4-year term. You're going to go through 12 full years as mayor.
Yeah, that's correct. It would be 12 years.
That's incredible, sir.
Well, I guess it is, yeah. And, I think there's a lot of things to do, and we have some discussions that we're going to have. And I think, a lot of issues facing the city and a lot of issues facing many communities around us, and we'll deal with them as we're trying to deal with the lead service lines. And paying good attention to these things, and we put them on a priority basis, and we do the best we can.
A lot of good things upcoming, though, aren't there?
Yeah, there are, and we're, a lot of new things for Elgin. We're doing a lot of new events this year, and those should be exciting for the community, and we want to get people involved, and we'd like to hear input back. We're doing parks, and we're talking about the swimming pool. We're talking about a lot of things in the community, but we want community involvement. And this is important for us, and it's important for people. As Nora points out, this is driven by people to get their water tested. It's kind of in their ballpark now. But all you have to do is ask, and
they'll get a kit.
And they'll get a kit. But it has to fall back. Some burden has to fall back on the community as well.
Is it too soon to request kits?
Nope, you can go to the website now and request them.
All right. Have we left anything out there?
Yep, and I think that's the appropriate time to do that, and we start planning long term. We're planning already for this summer, and it won't be long, we'll be pushing into next year.
You're always pretty busy, aren't you?
Try to be, yeah.
Well, we appreciate that. Congratulations again, Mayor.
Thank you again, Beth.
And welcome to your new job, Nora.
Thank you.
All right, that's going to be our segment with Mayor David Captain and crew for the month of May.
Amiguitos, ¿qué les cuento? Quería darles un poquito de información de algo que está pasando aquí en la ciudad. Es muy importante para las personas residentes, ya sea que vivas aquí en Elgin por medio que estés rentando o que tengas una casa. Hemos escuchado a muchas personas mencionar que hay plomo en nuestra agua de Elgin y en sí no es necesariamente que la agua de nosotros contenga plomo. Lo que es que antes en el tiempo, antes de los 1980, que se escucha como hace mucho tiempo, que no ha sido tanto, pero las construcciones de las casas utilizaban la plomería con plomo, así los tubos, las pipas tenían plomo con lo que estaban construyendo las casas, cual ahora nos ha afectado. En sí, el plomo ha llegado dentro del proceso para nuestras casas con la agua. Desafortunadamente, eso puede afectar nuestro bienestar, puede ser riesgos a nuestra salud. Eso es muy importante. Ahorita en nuestra ciudad de Elgin en sí han tomado medidas donde han cambiado la tubería de la ciudad para que así no nos afecten a nuestras casas, a nuestros hogares, los negocios. Y ahora lo que están haciendo también, aún están implementando más cambios. En la casa, si tú vives en una casa que rentas o eres dueño de la casa de antes de 1988, van a cambiar, en sí están haciendo los cambios para cambiar la tubería para las casas. Junto con ahorita lo que van a hacer es que van a estar obsequiando en sí pruebas para ver qué tanto plomo tiene su casa. Y si no es nada más eso, también van a estar dándoles filtros. Es que tiene una opción de conseguir una o la otra, o si quiere las dos, también se puede obsequiar las dos cosas. Es que si su casa estaba construida antes de 1988, es muy ideal que se haga en sí una prueba para ver qué tanto plomo tiene su casa y también darles filtros. Todo lo que tiene que hacer es que en sí ir al enlace de la ciudad, porque eso también podría afectar a las mujeres embarazadas. Es bien importante que hagan eso y a los niños, pues muy, muy importante. Aseguren que tomen nota, vayan al enlace de la ciudad de cityofelgin.org para que ahí puedan ir a pedir las pruebas o en sí si quieren un filtro o las dos cosas, pero aseguren que tomen nota porque queremos averiguar realmente cómo está su casa, si su casa está bien o no. Si es que su casa fue construida antes de 1988, tomen medidas para que asegurar que todo esté bien y no les afecte a nadie en su casa. ¿Alguna pregunta que tengan nos pueden dejar saber? Si no, también va a ir a la ciudad. Gracias. Amiguitos, espero que se encuentren de maravilla. Habla Elisa y quería darles un poquito de información. Hay una aplicación que creo que es muy importante que ustedes bajen esta aplicación en su teléfono. Se llama Elgin Mobile, especialmente si viven aquí. En esta aplicación puede hacer muchísimas cosas que les van a ayudar. En sí, esta aplicación puede pagar los biles de la ciudad. Tienen varias aplicaciones aquí mismo que puede poner información sobre las actividades que está pasando aquí en Elgin. Tiene en sí hasta para ver los trabajos que hay en nuestro alrededor. Tiene una aplicación que dice, en sí un enlace que está aquí bajo empleados, los diferentes negocios. Ahorita están abriendo diferentes negocios y quizás hay algo que le llame la atención. Mucha información, los mapas. Si tiene alguna pregunta que quizás quiera hacer, ahí tienen también. Y tienen noticias de última hora. Por ejemplo, cuando hay desviaciones, hay cambios en las carreteras. En sí están haciendo unos cambios, por ejemplo, ahorita en la Randall, y les explica qué son los cambios, qué pueden hacer, información que pueden darles. Tiene también diferentes cosas que están pasando de la ciudad, que es información, por ejemplo, que es muy importante, como el 4 de julio, la registración, si quieren asistir, qué está sucediendo, todas las cosas que a nosotros nos interesa, desde pagar un bill, desde saber qué está pasando en nuestra comunidad. Si tiene, antes decían lo de 311, si tenía preguntas, unas quejas o cualquier cosa, que llamara a este teléfono o mandara un mensaje. A este lugar le va a dar mucha información. Aseguren que bajen la aplicación. Es de la ciudad de Elgin y también los suburbios que está a nuestro alrededor. En sí, cuando vaya baje la aplicación, tiene diferente información. Asegura porque tiene diferentes actividades que puede ayudarle y darle información sobre su residencia, negocios, cosas para las personas que vienen a visitarnos también, cosas del gobierno de nuestra ciudad. Realmente creo que es algo muy importante. Asegure que bajen la aplicación. Si tienen alguna pregunta, nos pueden mandar un mensaje. Muchísimas gracias. Quería dejarles saber, por si acaso no se han dado cuenta, que ha habido un poquito más de tráfico aquí en Elgin. Hay unos cambios que están sucediendo y no sé si se han dado cuenta el por qué o qué está sucediendo. Quería darles un poquito de información. En sí, ahorita van a haber más trenes de carga. En sí, hubo nacionalmente los trenes que es de carga, se juntaron, se unieron y ahora sí nos van a estar afectando hasta aquí mismo en Elgin. Antes nos llegaban unos 7 a 8 más o menos quizás trenes a la semana. Ahora vamos a tener 15, 12, dependiendo. Va a ser muchísimo más tráfico, cual tenemos que pensar nos va a delatar mucho porque en sí nos afecta, especialmente si estamos cruzando en sí el puente de este a oeste, va a haber más tráfico. De por sí hay tráfico porque va a haber construcción en los puentes y eso nos está afectando de todos modos, pero ahora con estos cambios que están pasando con los trenes de carga nos va a afectar más. Otra cosa que tenemos que tener precaución es porque ahora emergencias, todos los hospitales que tenemos nosotros están del otro lado del río. Si vives en el este, pues tienen que cruzar al oeste, pero en sí tenemos que pensar en sí emergencias. Siempre tienen las ambulancias que cruzar y ahora tenemos que estar con esa pendiente, asegurar que no nos vaya a afectar en un caso de emergencia, que ojalá que no lo necesitemos, pero como siempre hay emergencias, es otra cosa que tenemos que estar tomando en cuenta. Es que les quería dejar saber qué está pasando con los trenes aquí, que vamos a tener un poquito más, el tráfico, tengan pendiente en eso para que sí tomen su tiempo, tomen medidas, porque siempre creo que el tráfico va a estar aumentando. Va a haber más construcción, hay cambios aquí en Arundel, aquí en el centro de Elgin. Simplemente tengan más y tomen nota por cuando vayan a salir, tengan un poquito de prisa, vayan con cuidado, aseguren su seguridad porque es muy importante que lleguen con bien a donde vayan a llegar. En sí, si tienen alguna pregunta, pueden ir al cityofelgin.org y si tiene alguna curiosidad, también tenemos la aplicación, no se le olvide bajarlas. Gracias. Quería también dejarles saber, por si al caso tienen alguien en la familia o usted no está trabajando y quiere trabajar, aquí en la ciudad de Elgin hay muchas oportunidades para trabajar, especialmente para nuestros adolescentes, ya que tengan 16 años o más. Tienen en sí los miércoles, creo que es de 4 a 6, pueden venir aquí a la ciudad, están recibiendo a las personas que vengan, porque así es tan importante que necesitan personas para que vengan a aplicar. Es que no tengan esa duda de que si al caso puede conseguir trabajo ahorita, todo el mundo andan buscando y en sí hay muchas oportunidades, es que no se pierdan una oportunidad para trabajar para la ciudad de Elgin. En sí vengan aquí en el centro, tienen de 4 a 6 para los adolescentes. Hay muchos diferentes tipos de trabajos, es que pueden ver qué trabajo le gustaría y quizás puede calificar por uno de ellos. Entonces que vayan en el enlace de cityofelgin.org para que sí pueda ver qué trabajos están disponibles, porque a lo mejor lo tenemos aquí trabajando en la ciudad. Es que aseguren que no se pierdan esa oportunidad. For more information, please visit cityofelgin.org. Para más información, por favor visite nuestra página cityofelgin.org. Don't forget, for city services, call 311. Call, click, connect. Para servicios de la ciudad, no olvide llamar 311, llamar, conectar y textear.